Is it visible?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So now, first thing, why scripting is very important. Okay, so see, you guys have must have heard in ServiceNow. ServiceNow is moving towards low codes and no codes. Means ServiceNow recommends to do coding very less. Also, it is bringing new platforms so that we have to do less and less coding. Okay, but without coding, this ServiceNow scripting or coding is very important. Actually, if you won't know the coding, your you will be limit. Like first thing, you won't be called as a developer. If you are doing simple configuration, you are just a normal admin guy. But if you are knowing the like scripting or coding, first thing, your knowledge will be very broad and you can do anything in the platform if you are good at scripting. If you don't good at scripting, you will just stuck. Okay, for example, even suppose if you are working for any organization and you are doing um, you are like you have this ServiceNow knowledge, but you don't know scripting, then you are limit only in that organization only. Because nowadays everyone is in interviews, they ask like coding in ServiceNow. They will give you some scenario and they will ask you to code. If you're able to code, then good. If you don't, then okay, go. So it's a very important. Second thing in scripting, what is important? See, you have to write the code, write and practice. Okay, with if you don't write the code, you are not going to, like, it's not going to work. See, there are materials in everywhere, you are seeing also, but if you are not writing and you are not practice the code, then you will think you are understanding, you will think you will be able to do, but when you are going to do, you will get lot of issues. So it's better, when you learn anything, go and practice. At least do, like, give 1.5 hour or something and practice and revise things, what and all things you are learning. Okay, so this is one thing. Now, in this, what we are gonna learn? Okay, so in this scripting classes, the class will be in two parts. So in parts one, we'll be learning about client-side scripting. Okay, so client-side scripting, it's like more front end. What is client-side scripting? So I won't go in the much deep, but client-side means that any scripting which is running on your browser. So if anything which is running on your browser level, that will be called as client side, or also you can say front end. Okay, for example, here things what is being visible, like what is visible to you. Okay, if anything you are running on your browser, which is working on your browser, it does not involve any database or anything, that is called client side scripting. Okay, and it will be mostly, it will be applicable for your browser only. So the code which runs on a browser level is called client side scripting. Okay, second is, second what we are going to learn, so it will be server side scripting. Okay, so this is called backend. So if you must have heard like backend developer, front end developer, you guys must have heard, right? So this backend developer is the developer who works on the, like, in the backend, from the backend. He does not do the like. Okay, so in this screen, in my screen, in this web page, what and all things you are seeing, it comes under the front end developer, and there is a lot of other stuff like load balancer and the server database, all those things. Pupil who manages is called server side scripting. Okay, the thing is here, what am I gonna tell you is, see, I'm not gonna tell you the complete like client side, server side, and all those database, because first thing, it will be boring. Second thing, we don't have that much time. So mostly will we focus on server side scripting, sorry, not server side scripting, in ServiceNow scripting, and things is you need in order to learn ServiceNow scripting. Okay, because if I'll tell you the most like complete things from top to bottom and all those things which is not important much in the service now, then obviously you will have lot of things and you will again get stuck. So the things, the information I'm gonna give you, is it very, it's like butter type of things. Okay, so yeah, So first thing, like in this classes, we are going to see the part one, client side, part two, the server side scripting. Okay, now in ServiceNow, if we'll see in client side scripting, what and all things comes. Okay, so in client side scripting, first thing comes client script. Okay, second things, it's called catalog client script. These all are the examples of client side scripting. Okay, so catalog client script, or you must have heard about UI policy script. Okay, this UI policy and all we have discussed in phase two. This is sorry, phase one. This is the phase two, or UI actions. Okay, these all are comes towards client side scripting. Means what and all concept you are going to learn in client side scripting. You are gonna use all those methods in all this type kind of scripting. Okay. Second, we have a server side scripting. So in server side scripting, so this UI actions. Actually, UI actions comes when we'll see UI actions. I'm gonna tell what is UI action. You just don't worry, like I'm not explaining. I'm just giving you a topic. And most probably since you guys have joined in phase two, I'm expecting that you might know the service now. You just want to increase your coding skills. That's why you have joined as a service now. So this scripting classes. So UI actions is the kind of script like UI actions is a kind of tool which is comes under client side and server side both. Okay, this is one kind of interview questions also. They ask like UI actions run on server side or client side. So you have to answer it. It runs on both side, client side and as well as on server side. Okay, what else we have? In server side, we have script includes. Okay, now under this script include, we'll have glide ajax. Okay, then we'll have dynamic reference qualifier. What is reference qualifier? I'm expecting you guys already know. But this dynamic reference qualifier like we'll use server side coding. Okay. Then we have in this dynamic reference qualifier, we can use business rule or script include anything. Okay. Now data policies. Okay. Schedule job, background script, and fix script. Okay. What else come? Okay. Transform scripts. Script, what we use in workflow. Okay. And script in integration. These all things we use, like these all are the server side scripting examples. Like these all are the places where we use server side coding, and these all are the things which runs client side. Okay. So this is a client side which runs on a browser lateral. This is a server side which runs on a backend or a database or server level. Okay. And these all are the example of client side and server side. Now, if I'll give some example of client side, so if I'll say client side, so sometimes you auto populate the data, right? So, mm, 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 okay, I'm not showing, but auto populate the data. Okay, so whenever you are like auto populating, let me open some table. Maybe I can show you some example. Incident dot list. Okay, okay, or let me open sys underscore user dot list. So here, if I'm clicking new, just see if I'm giving first name and I'm just saving this. This is the user record. Okay. Can you see the Ramesh Singh came automatically? It's called auto population of data. Same, there might be the requirement when you give email ID based on the email ID. All these field, first name, last name, title, these all things should auto populate. So these all are the example of client side scripting. For this kind of requirement, we are gonna use client side scripting. So don't worry, I'm just giving example. You just don't worry how it's done or something. Or maybe second thing, data or date validation. Okay, just if I'll give this example, data or date validation, if we'll say we have one table called change underscore request dot list. You guys aware why we use change request in the real life scenarios?
To deploy or make a change.
Yes, correct. So whenever you are doing any changes in production instance, you need one change request, whether it's a change or a big change. If you are making any changes, you have to you have to raise a change request. Then change request will be approved. Once it is the approved, then only you can go and you can deploy something in the production. So for every release, every deployment, you need a change request, even if it's a small or big change in the service now. Okay. So if you'll see, there is a planned start date and planned end date. When I'm selecting here, suppose 11. Okay. And I'm selecting here, suppose planned end date, I'm selecting as 10. You just see what happens. Can you see? It is giving you one error message. Planned end date must be after the planned start date. So what is this? This is a kind of validation. It is validating, right? What it is validating, that planned end date is less than planned start date. So that's why it has given you the error. So for this is the kind of purpose also we use client side script. So that is what I have written, data or date validation. Okay. Now this is the one thing. The second thing, if you are not good at scripting, okay, if you are not doing scripting properly, then what will happen? Even if a small things are there, for small things you have to go and every time you have to do manually. Okay, suppose I'm giving you one suppose example. What example I have should give? Uh, okay, yeah. So suppose there is a one requirement. You just understand the requirement, and if you are not able to, just let me know. Okay, so this is the, can you see, this is the email field, this is the user table, and this is the email field. In the email field, if you see the most, there are few members whose like there is no email ID is mentioned. Email ID is not mentioned. Okay, so what you have to do in user table, anyway, we have a, this is the user table. In user table, we have a first name and we have a last name. Okay, so what you have to do, if like in user table, you have to update the email ID of each user with first name dot last name at gmail.com or something like that, like some at gmail.com or outlook.com or anything. So you have to take the first name and last name at suppose email.com. Like this you have to maintain to, like you have to update to all the users, whoever is the user. If email field is the empty, if email ID is empty for that particular user, then you have to update with his first name last name at email.com, something like that. Guys, are you understanding the requirement? Yes or no, guys? Did you understand or no? Everyone?
Yes.
Okay. So like suppose this is the requirement, and so if you are not good at scripting, okay, so what you will do, you have to open the each record manually. You have to check whether email field is there, email is available or not available. If it's not available, you will go to that user's profile and you will update manually, like Ramesh dot Singh at email.com. Don't you think it is the hectic process? How many hectic process? Total, how many users are it? 698. You have to go manually one by one to 698 users and you have to update it. So it will be very hectic, right? So that's why here scripting is very important, or coding is very important for this type of acting work. With the scripting you can do within a seconds. How? See, we have a one thing called background script. I think someone is joining. Okay. So we have a one thing called background script. Okay. So this is system definition. This is the background script. If you know scripting, you don't have to understand what is what I'm doing. I'm just showing. If you know scripting, because these all things I'm gonna explain. So what? Yeah. So now if you know scripting, it's very important for you. For example, did it load? Okay. So where gr is equal to new glide record. Okay. New glide record. See, if you know scripting, it's very easy. You don't have to understand. You don't have to understand these all things. I'm gonna explain from very basic. Okay, but I'm just showing you here the scenario. If you know the scripting, the same thing for 698 users, you have to go one by one and update. With the scripting, you can do within a seconds. Then gr dot add encoded query, and you can already filter out whose email ID is empty. Okay, so I'm doing two filters. Active is true and email ID is empty. Email is empty. I can copy this. I can copy the query. I can go to my script. I can paste. Then gr dot query. Okay. Let me. We should not use gr, so that's why I'm doing grr. Okay. Now I'm just doing one thing. Grr dot set limit, and I'm doing one. Grr query. If grr uh, let me do one thing. Gs dot print grr dot get row count. Okay. While grr dot next gs, or maybe I can do grr dot email is equal to grr dot first name plus dot plus grr dot last name plus at plus Isha.com. Okay, and then grr dot update. Now see, for this requirement with this code, you don't have to understand right now what I'm doing. You just have to understand. Like previously, what was the requirement in the user table? In the user table, we have to go for all completes. Like, okay, here if you'll see 46 users are there whose email ID is empty. Okay, so you have to go all 46 user profiles. If you don't know scripting, you have to go one by one and you have to update the email with first name, last name dot isha.com. But with the scripting, the script I have written, this 9 line of code, here I have just set the limit like one so that I can check whether my script is working or not for one record. If it's working, then I will remove the limit. So it will update the complete. Okay. So let me okay, control A, control C, because if I'll run the script, it will be gone. So can you see it updated one? Okay. So if you'll see currently it's 46, which email is empty. If I'll refresh, it should be now 45 because for one record, email ID is updated. Can you see now 45? Because for one record, email ID is updated. Okay. So if you see this Rameshing, we have only created. Okay. So now this is my, if I'll go back, this is my code. If I'll remove this set limit, I'm just commenting this set limit and I'm running. Okay, it will update for all the records. Now, if I'll refresh, there will be 0 records because for all the records, it has updated the email ID. So now none left, which has email ID as empty. Can you see? So this much of the big task where for 46 records, I had to go one by one and update. I did it within 5 minutes with the help of coding. So that is why coding is very important. Okay, guys, do you have any question, any doubt so far? Like what is ServiceNow scripting, why it is important, what and all things we are going to learn, how we are going to learn. Do you have any doubt, any issue, anyone? Any questions? Anyone who has any question, please ask. Okay, if no one, so I'm assuming there is no questions at all. Okay, guys. So now what I'm doing, I'm going for very basics. Okay, so before starting, so this is all the things we are going to learn in these classes. Okay, in the server side scripting, uh, like we are going to study the client side API and the server side API. The client side API, we have something called G underscore forms, G underscore user. In client side scripting like glide record, glide aggregate, these all things, UI actions, these all things we are going to learn in the scripting classes. Okay. So script include glide ajax, these all things we are going to learn. Okay, so before I go for complete ServiceNow scripting, I'm going to give you some basic of JavaScript because maybe some of you guys know the what is JavaScript, some of you guys don't know what is JavaScript, and like how much JavaScript is required for ServiceNow. I'm starting from that. Okay, is it okay for everyone? Like what and all, how much? I'm not going to teach you complete JavaScript, but like 1 hour or something. I'm going to just revise you, like tell you the JavaScript, what and all things are required in the ServiceNow. So we don't have to know the complete JavaScript in order to do ServiceNow scripting. Okay, so the things which we should know, that I'm going to just tell you. Okay, guys, everyone is good? Or do you have any questions or anything? Shall we go ahead?
Yes.
Yes. I,
Yes.
Yes,
I have one question.
yes,
So
please
down,
ask.
yeah. So down the line, do we need to use any editor to write the code, or do we need to use any service now script build editor facilities there to write the code?
Okay, first thing you have to use this PDI only. To practice, you have to use this. This is called PDI. You have to create ServiceNow PDI. Here,
Okay.
when here you have one thing called background script. Can you see? So the things code which you are doing right now, like just for practicing, you can write in background script. Other than that, when we learn like server side scripting, client side scripting, so client script you have to write in client script. There is one module we have called client script. There you have to write. How to write? When we'll like after this, I'll start from client side scripting only. Our first topic will be client script. So where to route, how to write, you will get answer there. Okay.
Okay.
But JavaScript, I'm just teaching you in here in the background script only. Okay, in ServiceNow scripting. Okay. So let's copy the code. Okay. So first thing guys, we all know what is variable in the coding, right?
Yes.
How to declare a variable. I'm starting from very basic. Okay. So how to declare? I'm not talking about how to declare variable in JavaScript. In JavaScript, you can declare variable from multiple ways, but I'm talking about in the ServiceNow. So in ServiceNow, we have one option called var. You can use what is variable. You guys are already aware, right? So what is the variable? Variable is something where you can store any value. Okay. For example, I have declared one variable called X. For declaring any variable in the ServiceNow, we use this keyword called var. Okay, in JavaScript you can also use let, but I'm not talking here JavaScript. I'm only talking. You can understand in such a way that I'm giving you the basic of ServiceNow scripting. You just forget about JavaScript. Okay, so how to declare variable? I would say not in JavaScript. How to declare a variable in ServiceNow? So we'll declare the variable in ServiceNow using this var keyword. What is the variable? So variable is something where we can store some value. Okay, that is called variable. Okay, so you guys must have in maths also, you must have studied this variable and constant, what is variable. So it's also the same variable. In the variable value might the change. Okay, so suppose I have declared one variable called X. Why I have declared? Because I want to store some value. I want to store some value because I have to use that value later in the code. So suppose I have declared here variable X and here I have stored one value called JavaScript. Okay, so JavaScript. Okay. Now this is one thing, like this is how we declare the variable. Okay. Now if I'll tell you about data types. Okay. So what is the data type? So now one thing I have written called var x is equal to JavaScript. Okay. So like this one thing I have stored. The second thing, second variable I'm declaring as a variable y. Okay. Here I'm giving 100. Okay. This is one way. If you observe two things, here I have given like when I've written JavaScript, I have written in single quotation. Okay. And when I'm giving y is equal to 200, this I'm not writing in the single quotation. Okay. Now third variable I am doing this var z is equal to true. Okay. So this is the third type I have done. Okay. Like var z is equal to true. The second thing, var suppose I'm writing a is equal to I'm writing 12. I'm writing Java. Okay. And I'm writing suppose 100. Okay. Then I'm declaring one more variable called object. So I'm writing here obj. Okay. And here I'm writing name and I'm just giving JavaScript and I'm giving what else I give? Suppose I'm giving channel ID. Okay. Anything. So here I've written Java. Okay, so if you'll see, these all our things are the variable only. The only thing we are declaring the variable in different way. For example, this x is also one variable where I have stored JavaScript. This a is also nothing but a variable, but here I have stored multiple values. Can you see? I can see only one single variable. I have stored 12. I have stored Java. I have stored 100. So the multiple values I have stored in single variable called a. So this is also one kind of variable, one type of variable. So this x is also one type of variable. Y is also one type of variable. Z is also one type of variable. A is also one type of variable, and this obj is also nothing but a variable. Okay, here I have said a. I'm calling it array. Okay. So see, array, object, or any other thing is nothing but these are things are the variable. The only things when you want to store a multiple value in the any variable, that will be called, and that too in this bracket. Okay, in this type of bracket, if you are storing multiple value, that is called array. Okay, when you are storing the value in the key and value pair. This is the key, name is the key, and this JavaScript is the value. Channel ID is the key, Java is the value. So when you are storing the value, this object is also one kind of variable only. Okay, but when you are storing the value in key and value pair, that is called object. Object is also a variable, array is also variable, x is also variable, everything is a variable. Variable is nothing but a storing a value. When you want something to store a value, that is called variable. Now you can store different type of variable. Like for storing multiple values, you are using array variable. For storing values in key and value pair, you are using object. Are you guys understanding what is the variable? So now guys, yes or no, you are understanding what I am trying to tell?
Yes.
Okay, so now let's check the type of, like, what is this x type of variable, what is called. Obviously these all are the variable only. If you just want to understand, these all are things variable, but they have given these technical terms. For example, this first thing, x I have written this JavaScript, and JavaScript I have written in single column, that is called string. Okay, so x, if someone is a x what type of variable, so x is the string type of variable. Guys are understanding? If someone will ask what is this, not a, I'm just simply writing arr. So what is this arr, what type of variable? So you will say it's a object type, it's a array type of variable. So it's a array type of data type. They have just given name. But if you understand in the layman terms, what is all things? These all things are nothing but a variable. The only thing, for different type of different kind of value you want to store, you are just giving them different name. Okay, so what is this name and key and value pair? This is called object. Okay, but what is it? These all are things just a variable. Okay, now let's check. So for checking, see, I'm just doing gs dot print. Okay, what is gs? What is print? You will understand properly. You just don't forget about. I'm going to explain what is gs. That is why I'm telling you the basic of JavaScript. What is gs? What is this dot? What is the print is called? I'm gonna tell you. Okay, but here you don't have to understand now until I reach there. You just see gs.print. You just understand. If you want to print anything in background script, you have to use gs.print. Okay, it's for printing any value. So what I want to print, I want to print the type of this x. So for that, we have a one method called type of. Okay, what is this type of? You just forget about this, but like just don't think about that. But we have this one thing called type of. If we want to check the data type of what type of data or what type of variable is this, we have one method called type of. What is method, what is function, I'm going to tell you how to create method, how to create functions. I'm going to explain everything. Okay, and I'm going to try to do these all things as soon as possible so that we can go ahead with the ServiceNow scripting. So if I want to see the type of x, okay, so if you will simple write type of x, it will give you the value, but you won't be able to see. To see, you have to do this gs.print so that when system tell you what is the type of x, at that time you can print so that you can see. Okay, so if I'm printing, can you see what it is giving? It is giving you x. Sorry, it is giving you a string because in ServiceNow, okay, not in ServiceNow. Normally you will see the string is written in this single quotation. Okay, now in ServiceNow, so this is called string. Okay, like this when you are writing in single quotation anything, this is called string. Now you can write it this way also. Like I'm giving var k, suppose k is equal to double colon JavaScript. Okay. So whenever you are writing anything in single column or double column, that is called string. Okay. So in the ServiceNow scripting, I'm not saying JavaScript. Okay. In ServiceNow scripting, you can declare the string or you can create a string in single column or double column. Both will be the same thing. Guys, you are understanding, you are listening what I'm saying? Are you guys okay? Guys, you are able to understand what I'm trying to tell you here or not?
Yes.
Yes.
If
Yes.
if you guys have any
Done.
doubt, if you are not clear on anything, please ask question immediately. Okay, I'm ready to answer at any time. Just don't sit idle. Try to understand. Okay, no one is going to tell you the JavaScript what I'm going to teach you before starting our normal ServiceNow scripting. Okay, so yeah, so in ServiceNow we can create script or we can declare string with single column and double column. We'll check this later whether these all both are same thing or different things. Okay, so what is this type of X? It's a string. If I'll do Control C, Control V, and here if I'll write K, okay. If you'll run the script for K also, it will give you string also. Can you see both has string only? So guys, what I'm telling you here, let me write the topic also. Data types. Okay, I'm telling you data type. So this first thing is a string data type. Now let's see the Y, what it is. Don't want to print GS dot type of Y. Let's say what it gives, what type of data type. Can you see it's a number data type? So let me write here. We had seen string data type, we had seen number data type. Okay, see here you guys have written 100. I have written without this single quotation or double quotation. If you write this 100 in single quotation or double quotation, it will become string. So anything, whatever, if you are writing that in single quotation or double quotation, that will be called as a string. But if you are writing without single quotation, like if you are writing number without single quotation or double quotation, that will be called as a number. Okay, I'm gonna show you, but for now you just understand. For example, let's see 100. Now I'm writing in this under this single quotation. So the same 100, it now system will tell you the type of data type of this Y. It will tell you that string in place of number. Previously this Y has given you number, right? But since you have writing this, you have written this 100 in the single quotation. Now it has become as a string. Just see, run. Can you see now all three are string because you have written in the single quotation or double quotation. For ServiceNow, single quotation or double quotation are same thing. It's nothing like different like C, C++ or some other coding language. For ServiceNow, single you can declare string as single quotation or double quotation both. Both will be considered as the same. Okay. So I'm removing this 100, this single quotation. So if you're simple writing any number, then it will be called as a number data type. Okay. Or maybe you can say number type of variable. Now let's see what is this Z. This is true or false, anything. So let me copy this and I'm writing here Z. So we had seen number. Let's see what is this Z. Okay, run script. Can you see it is called Boolean? Do you guys know what is the Boolean?
Yes.
True or false?
True or false. So that is comes under Boolean. Okay, so this is the Boolean data type or Boolean type of variable. You can say anything. Everything is this is a variable only, right? The only thing they have given technical names just to confuse us. You just understand it's very basic. These all are things are nothing. What is string, number? These are the type of variable. Like if you'll store in any variable, if you are storing string, that will be called as a string type of variable. And what is string? If you are writing anything in this single column or double column, if you are storing that way, that will be called string. Okay, and if you are writing simple number, if you are storing number, any number, that will be called number type of variable. If you want to store number as a sentence, as a character, not as a number, okay, so you can store it in the single column. So again, it will be converted as a string only. Okay, what is boolean? This true or false. This is called as a boolean. So you have either true or false. This will also called as a boolean. Let's check this ARR and this object both. Here I'm giving ARR and this I'm giving OBJ. See, both it will be called as object. Okay, guys, are you understanding? Different type of variable or different type of data types. So this is the object. Okay. So this is generally in layman terms, this is called array. When in this big bracket, if you are storing something, right, that is called array. But system calls it object only. And when you are storing anything in key and value pair, that is also an object. Okay, so in layman term, this is called array, this is called object. So these all are the different type of, you can say variable or different type of data types. It's nothing. When you are storing, when in any value you are storing something in different format, that is called different type of data types. Okay, guys, any doubt in this data type thing? Any questions here? It's very easy, right? I did not teach any rocket science. It's very easy. I've taught how to declare a variable and what is a different type of variable and what is a different type of things you can store. Any doubt, any questions here?
Any difference between the array and object data type here, the way you mentioned, I mean, other than the brackets, right?
No. First thing, array and object both are different things. It is completely different. It is
Right.
the completely different. The array is like this. When you are storing anything this way, this is called array. Okay, when you are storing anything in this bracket and this object, when you store anything in this curly bracket, that too in key and value pair. So that is called object. System calls both array and object as a object only, as we see. When you are running script, if you'll say this ARN or object, system is telling it's a object data type only. For system, it's object only. But in a real understanding, we in place of calling it object, we call it array. And what is that you
Accessing
are
them.
saying? Yeah, accessing how to access them, that is the different. I'm gonna tell these will come out the future like later. Here only I'm
Okay.
gonna how to access the value from array, how to access value from object, how to create function, how to create method. These all things I'm going to explain. Okay, but for now you are understanding what is the variable, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, uh, okay. So this also I have told you the single quotation, double quotations. Guys, I'm not spending much time, okay? I'm just giving you the very basic, okay? It's don't you think that I'm going to tell you the complete coding or something like that. I'm just giving you the very basic things what here you need in the service now, okay? Because if I'll go to complete the thing, it's gonna take complete time. Second, okay, so we have learned how to declare variable in the service now. When you want to store something, what and all ways you have to store something in any variable. This we have understood, right? You can store in front of in form of string, object, array, anything. These all the types. If you want to store the multiple value in this form, you can store in this way. Okay. Second thing we all are here from computer science background, or any of you are which you don't know the coding. You all are from computer science background.
Yes.
So I think you guys already know all these things, right?
Yes, right.
So every one of you are from computer science. If anyone you are not belong from computer science, please tell me. I'm teaching you for you guys only. Who does not belong from computer science background. That's why I'm teaching this. Otherwise, I would have directly jumped to ServiceNow thing, ServiceNow coding. I'm explaining this variable object array just for you guys, so that you don't know the people who are learning this coding and scripting for first time. Okay, let me tell you, you don't know complete JavaScripting or something to learn this ServiceNow coding. Okay. So if you are from computer science background, I'll just give you the basic things. Okay, I won't spend much time here. I will just revise if you can say. So here we have few things called arithmetic operators. Also, what and all arithmetic operator we have. So guys, I will just quickly revise you all these things, what we need in the service now. Okay. But if you want to understand something, if you have any questions, please let me know. Any one of you. Okay. Just don't just don't sit idle. If anything if you are not understanding, just let me know. Okay, so we have second thing, something called arithmetic operators. What is arithmetic operators? So here it's a plus, minus, into, and divide. Okay, or we have this percent symbol. Okay, we have this plus plus and we have this minus minus. These all are called the arithmetic operators. So what is the plus, to add two values? What is minus? I think what is into, what is divide, what is percent, what is plus plus, maybe I can explain you what is a plus plus. Okay, so what is the plus plus? Suppose if you are writing here, I'm declaring one variable called var. Okay, variable I have already declared here, correct? Suppose y, I have written 100. Okay, now I'm declaring one variable called var n, and I'm writing n is equal to, I'm writing plus plus x, not plus plus x, I'm writing plus plus y. Okay, I'm giving this semicolon. Now guys, one more thing, understand, when we are writing any code, the way when you write any English or anything, so when your sentence is complete, you use full stop, correct? Same way in our coding, whenever your any line is ending, we have to use this semicolon. Okay, for example, I am declaring one variable n, and in n I'm storing this y value. Whatever in this variable y, I'm storing in this n, and my sentence is done. My sentence is completed. So in our coding, we'll use this semicolon. Okay, this also you have to remember. So I have stored. Now I have written plus plus y, and now what I'm doing gs dot print n. Okay. So let's see what it prints. When you're writing plus plus y, so in y there is 100, okay. But in n, when you return this plus plus y, just observe what it is giving you the output, gs.print. Can you see? It is giving 101. So means, guys, are you observing?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So if you're writing this plus plus y, then it is increasing. Okay. Same if I'm writing y plus plus here in right side. So let's also see what happens, what it gives. Can you see? It did not change anything. It is giving 100 to 100. So what we are understanding, if you're writing this plus plus on this left side, then it will increase the value. Understanding? So you don't have to mug up. It's a simple only. Here it's a 100. Why it's a 100? So plus plus, you are telling the system to increase the value by 1. You are understanding? So whatever here is in the value, system is just increasing. Okay. So this is mean by plus plus. Same if you do minus minus, it will decrease. Let's do minus minus. What happens? I'm writing this minus minus left side and I'm running the script. Can you see it is giving 99? Means it decreased the value by 1. And if I'm writing right side, let's see what happens. Nothing has happened. It has given as it is at 100. Guys, do you are understanding what is this arithmetic operator? Now, if I'll show you the, see, uh, guys, are you understanding or no? I'm just giving like this. Is it
It
clear?
is under.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So just I want to show you the plus and difference between this k and y. Okay. So suppose I am also taking one variable as y100 and I'm declaring as one variable called var n, not n, suppose m, and I am here declaring one variable called 5. Okay, like this. And also I'm taking one variable called q, and I'm storing here value 5 only, but in strings. Okay, you guys please tell me what will happen. I'm just want to I'm showing this to you to difference between string and number. Okay, now let's see what happens. What I'm doing, I'm taking one variable where suppose u is equal to, I'm doing y plus m, y plus m. Okay, and I'm doing gs dot print. You guys will tell me the output. Okay, gs dot print u. This is one thing. Again, I'm taking one variable called var v, and I'm using this plus arithmetic operator, and I'm adding these two. I'm using y plus q. Okay, y plus q. Okay, and I'm doing gs.print to print my output v. Guys, can you please tell me what will be the output of u and what will be the output of v?
U output will be 105 and
Okay.
V output will be 1005 because that concatenation is happening string and integer.
Okay, so what will be the v? Okay.
1005.
So everyone is
1005.
understanding? Yes, right. So everyone is understanding, or whoever is not understanding this? You guys understood how he told? Everyone, are you understanding the output of u and output of v? If you are not understanding, please let me know. Okay. So here it's simple. If you'll see it will do simple addition because it's a y plus m. Y plus this is also number, this is also number. So when you are adding number to number, it's 105. But when you are adding this, when you are writing anything in string or single quotation, double quotation, that acts as a words. Okay, words or character. So here if I'm written 5 in the single quotation, so it has become as a character. Okay, character, or you can say it's a sentence. It's not a number anymore. This 5, this q5 is not a number anymore. Okay, so it will just simple do 100 and it will add 5. Okay, just see. Can you see string number object 100 104 and 995? Okay, let me comment all this. Here we have option to comment. Okay, if you are commenting any line, it won't run as a code. Okay, now I'm also commenting this. So only these line lifts y100 m5 q string 5. Okay, can you see 105 and 1005? This we got. Guys, are you understanding what is this arithmetic operator? If you have any question, please let me know. Okay, now second is assignment operator. I think if you guys already know, I'm not spending much time. Okay, I'm just simply doing this is equal, like what is assignment operator, and I'm going ahead. I'm not explaining. Okay, like is equal to, plus is equal to, and minus is equal to. See, if you all are from computer science background, I think you are already knowing. So no need of telling this what is assignment operator and all. Is this fine, guys, right? I'm not explaining, I'm just typing here so that I know what is the all these things like
Please explain.
explain. Okay,
Yes, please.
okay. So if you are telling to explain, then I'm explaining. So far, do you have any doubt? Who said to explain?
Ask me, Obi.
Okay, Obi, so far you got it right. What is this arithmetic operator? What is this plus minus and this plus plus minus minus?
Yes.
Okay, so now assignment operator. Assignment operator. Okay, so we have this assignment operator. Assignment operator is nothing but when you use this for assigning something. For example, if you see, I have taken this variable. Okay, I've taken one variable called y is equal to 100. So what I did, I'm using here is equal to. So why am I doing is equal to? I'm just assigning this 100 value to y. So that is why this is called assignment operator. So these all are the operator which you use to assign some value to anything. For example, for this y variable, I'm assigning 5 value. For this m variable, I'm assigning this 5 value. This q variable, I'm assigning this string 5. For x, I'm assigning the value of JavaScript. So I'm using these uh, operators for assigning something. So that's why it is called assignment operator. So I think is equal to we have understood and we are seeing. Okay, now I'm just explaining you this plus is equal to and minus is equal to. So here if you'll see,
Okay.
suppose I'm taking one variable where suppose I'm taking test. Okay, and I'm assigning here value 1000. Okay, so now if I'm writing suppose test. Okay, and I'm writing plus is equal to 100. Okay, and now I'm printing gs.print test. Just see what will happen. So the previous value of test was 1000. Now what you did test plus is equal to 100 and you did gs.print test. So previous value was 1000. Now plus is equal to means you are assigning 100 more values to test. Okay, so let's see what happens. Now I'm printing like I'm running the script. Let's see what you will see the output of this test. Just observe previously was 1000, you did plus is equal to 100. So what is happening? Can you see? It is giving you 1100.
Okay.
So are you understanding what is this plus is equal to? Plus is equal to means what
Yes.
you have declared one variable, you have given some value, you want to add some more value. So you can use this plus is equal to. Getting same for minus is equal to. In place of plus is equal to, if I'll do minus is equal to. So here if you'll do plus is equal to, it added from 100 like 1000 to 1100. Now minus equal it will reduce the value from 100. So it is 1000. Can you see it is 900?
Yeah. Okay.
You got it right. So
Yes.
this is equal to plus is equal to minus is equal to, these all are called assignment operator. Okay, now we have next thing is called comparison operator. Okay, comparison operator. So what and all comparison operator we have? So comparison operator when the operator which you use to compare two things. Okay, so what and all things we have? We have is equal to is equal to. Okay, this is also one thing you have to understand the difference between single is equal to and is equal to is equal to. Okay, second thing we have is in the comparison operator is equal to this exclamation sign is equal to is called not equal to. This if you'll single is equal to is written, that is called is equal to, but exclamation mark and is equal to is written, that is called is not equal to. Okay, then we have greater than, we have less than. Okay, and then we have greater than is equal to, and we have sorry less than equal to and greater than is equal to. Okay, so these all are called comparison operator. What which you use to comparing two values. Okay, so see if you'll see here, I have written two things. One I have written x and I have second variable I have written k. In single x I have written JavaScript in single quotation, and in second k I have written x this same JavaScript in double quotation. Now I want to check whether both are same or both are different. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm just uncommenting these two lines. Okay, so that it can run, and I'm commenting this. Okay, so I want to check whether x and k are the same or x and k are the different. I have told you you can do the same value like JavaScript and JavaScript. Either you write in single script or write in sorry in single quotation or double quotation, both are the same thing. So same thing I want to verify. So how do I verify? I want to check whether both are is equal to or not. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm writing one simple one script. Okay, don't worry what is this if, I'm gonna tell you. Okay, so if okay let me the variable x and k. So if x is equal to k, what is equal to means I'm comparison between x and k, whether both are same or not. If I write x is equal to k, means it x is equal to k means what I'm doing, I'm assigning the k value to x. Are you guys understanding? But when I'm writing is equal to means I'm comparing these two. If you are doing simple maths, like for comparison, you also use only single is equal to. But in coding, when you are comparing two value, you will use double is equal to. And when you are assigning some value, you will use single is equal to. Guys, you are understanding? So here I want to compare whether these two are same or not. So I'm using is equal to. I'm not assigning the k value to x. So that is why I'm not using single is equal to. Guys, understanding, right? So if x, what is if else, how do we use, I'm going to tell you. Okay, in when I will tell you the conditional things, then it will come. But here if you'll just understand, I'm writing if x is equal to k, so I want to print gs dot print both are same. Okay, I'm writing else print gs dot print both are not same. So here just understand, if both are same, so this condition, this is a condition. Okay, so if this condition is true, it will print this. If this condition is not true, it will print this. Okay, so let's see. I'm running the code. Let's see what happens. Okay, some error. Hmm, let me keep it here. Control X. If is equal to JS dot print. Can you see what it is giving? Both are same. Both are same means whether in the ServiceNow scripting, whether you write in single quotation or double quotation, both will be considered as the same. Okay. Any doubt, any question so far here?
No.
Okay. If no doubt, let's keep till here today. We'll continue from here tomorrow. Okay. Is that fine?
It's
So
fine.
we had seen till comparison
That's
operator.
okay.
Tomorrow we'll see from here. Okay. And tomorrow we'll try to finish this basic things, what I'm going to explain you, like function methods and all I'll try to explain. And then we'll move for ServiceNow scripting. Okay. Okay, guys, if no doubt, no question, we'll meet tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
So do we have to hello?
Yeah. Please ask.
So do we have to download the service now on our system?
Yes. If you want to know ServiceNow, if you are taking the scripting classes, it is expected to you know what is this PDI, what is this
Okay.
ServiceNow, how to create this PDI. So once you will have PDI, here only you can in background script you can write your script, at least all these
Okay.
things. And the further class, what I'm gonna teach you, you can write there only. Anyway, I'm gonna teach now where to write code, how to use this script. I'm gonna explain you the application only. So then
Okay.
at that time you can practice that way.
Okay. So
Okay. Mm-hmm.
okay. The other
Yeah, hi.
question is
I have one
are you gonna
question.
make
Yes.
available to us this copy, the recording of this? Want to go over this?
Yes, if you'll continue, you will get you're gonna get the recordings.
Okay.
Okay, so
Thank
these are the like demo. Once you'll be available, then like the manager will, whoever is the managing this class, They are gonna upload the video at one link, and you're gonna get that link, and from there you can see the downloaded classes.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Someone else has also the question.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I have a question.
Hmm.
Means my question is that in this class is interview preparation and mock interview is it available?
Yes, I will take after the finishing this phase. I will
Mhm.
ask the interview questions. Like I will take
Okay,
like one class. I'll take the mock interview. That's fine. Or
okay,
maybe I'll give you the interview questions. And
okay,
I
thank
with the class also the topics I'm gonna tell you how what kind of question they ask in interview.
you. Okay, and is
Okay.
it all real time questions, na?
Yes, everything what I'm gonna explain here will be the real time only. It's nothing like I have some book and I'm teaching you some bookish only. I will tell you each and every topic I'm gonna explain you regarding this client side scripting or server side scripting. That will be based on some real life scenario only.
Okay, fine.
Okay, that's why I'm teaching you directly in instance only, right? And I'm writing the code and showing you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, guys. If no, then we'll meet tomorrow. Okay, at same time.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.